Affairs. It was a South African activist, Victoria Africa, popularly known as Queen V, has reacted to criticisms by Ghanaians over video of her and other South Africans attacking Ghanaian man and demanding that he leave their country. Queen V, in a recent interview, defended her actions and those of her group while taking a swipe at a Ghanaian who are criticizing their actions, including Minister of Foreign Affairs Okudzato Ablakwa. She indicated that Ghanaians should be praising Ablakwa for criticizing her group and demanding that South African government protect Ghanaians living in their country. The activists also asserted that it is the fault of Ablakwa and other politicians in Ghana that Ghanaians will leave their country to do menial jobs like nail painting in South Africa. Now, I have seen reactions from most of the citizens of Ghana saying they are applauding their foreign minister because he is dealing with this matter, dealing with the South African government decisively, and that Ghanaian people cannot be touched. The same people who cause Ghanaian people of their migrants, they migrate and also come and do nails in foreign countries today, you are applauding them. They are the reason why you have left Ghana, because your government is failing to create opportunities in your country. But today, you are defending them. Now, she went ahead to say, so what type of thinking and mindset is this that we see from African people? Now, the attack, most importantly, in the said video, Queen V is captured saying they are no longer going to tolerate foreigners from other countries staying in their country. She said that Africans must learn to stay in their countries and fix their issues rather than traveling to other countries for greener pastures. The group then asked the Ghanaian man, who was now being identified as Emmanuel Asamoah, as to show them his passport, which led to him pulling out a document. After he showed them the document was a certified copy of his passport, and they accused him of buying the document from a corrupt South African official. The man, who looked dumbfounded, also explained that he had a certified copy because he did not want the original one to get lost or destroyed. And Lady Queen V has rebutted respectfully to Okudzato Ablakwa, saying, they are the reason why the Ghanaian people travel to go and seek for menial jobs like nail painting, because you can stay in Ghana and do a nail painting. Why do you come to South Africa to do that menial job? So the people who have been put into the realm of affairs are not doing their work well. That is why you travel, but you are defending such people. Let's listen to the young lady.
Now, I've seen also a reaction from most of the Ghana citizens that were saying they are applauding their foreign minister because he is dealing with this matter, dealing with South African government decisively, and Ghana people cannot be touched. The same people that have that caused Ghanaian people to migrate and come and do nails in foreign country. Today you are applauding them. They are the reason why you have left Ghana, because your government is failing to create opportunities in your country. But today you are defending them. So what type of thinking and mindset is this that we see from now? I've seen also a reaction from most of the Ghana citizens that were saying they are applauding their foreign minister because he is dealing with this matter, dealing with South African government decisively, and Ghana people cannot be touched. The same people that have that caused Ghanaian people to migrate and come and do nails in foreign country. Today you are applauding them. They are the reason why you have left Ghana, because your government is failing to create opportunities in your country. But today you are defending them. So what type of thinking and mindset is this that we see from African people?
So they can work on it.
Why? Because we are, this power line is here. You are also building some substation here. Which engineer will recommend that unless you put this line off, I cannot work on this?
But that's the recommendation, they say.
It is not. They are lying to Ghanaians. They don't have any reason, so they have to lie. If you tell one lie, you need several lies to maintain the line. It has been said that two things that are difficult to maintain in life is lies and luxury. Lies and luxury. The people they are forcing to talk, they are not sincere with us. Dumso had come. And this one has come because of the negligence of this government. It is because of their actions and their inactions that has led us into this situation. So they must own up. The politicians must be speaking as well.
And not just...
They should not be pushing. And you see, the way they have compromised state institutions, didn't we make noise about it? You change all the leadership in the power sector and put your stooges there. So the stories they are telling you is the is the politician stories that are being told, except that the people are coming with the face of not being politicians.
The recommendations of the engineers, they are asking for the power to go off so they can work on it. That's
Why? Because you are, this power line is here. You are also building some substation here. Which engineer will recommend that unless you put this line off, I cannot work on this?
But that's the recommendation, they say.
It is not. They are lying to Ghanaians. They don't have any reason, so they have to lie. If you tell one lie, you need several lies to maintain the lie. It has been said that two things that are difficult to maintain in life is lies and luxury. Lies and luxury.
Outrageous.
The people they are forcing to talk, they are not sincere with us.
But the point still remains that there is no Dumso. When we say Dumso, Dumso is when there is an official load shedding program announced by Electricity Company of Ghana. So insofar as the ECG has not come out with a Dumso timetable, I don't think there is Dumso.
In the last, over the period, they released notices.
I'm coming. but there are intermittent power outages, which has been a regular occurrence even under MPP. Under MPP, there were times that these regular power outages were quite frequent, to the point that your former colleague, Nana Boache, went to ask NAPO when they held a program at Great Hall that Ghanaians are complaining too much about the power outages. Have they thought about bringing a Dumso timetable? NAPO flared up, and the vituperations that followed is there for all of us to appreciate. So, and even under MPP, there was a time that the overlord of the Ashanti region, Oteko Koso, had cause to complain that all his electrical appliances have been destroyed because of Dumso. That was in December 2021. I'm saying this not to equalize. I'm saying this to underscore the point that these intermittent power outages has been a regular feature. And these outages are quite distinct from Dumso as we know it. What has happened presently is as a result of some force majeure, as in the case of the Akosombo Inferno, where the entire Akosombo power center was taken off grid. You know, Ghana, presently, we have an installed capacity of close to 6,000 megawatts. And we have peak demand of 4,400. That is when everybody is using electricity at peak demand, 4,400. So we have excess capacity of about 1,000 or 1,200. So the problem we are facing couldn't be a generation deficit. You know, in most of the times where we have had Dumso, it has been as a result of a certain power generation deficit. What we are experiencing now is not as a result of a power generation deficit, but as a result of some difficulties in the system as far as transmission and distribution is concerned. If you look at the recent happenings around the country, it was as a result of overloaded transformers. Most of the transformers that were supposed to serve 500, 400 communities are 7,000 houses, are 7,000, 1,500 communities. And the transformers are said that when there is power overload, it trips, it takes part of the community off. So those were what we were grappling with until the Akosombo Inferno. I told you earlier that we have an installed capacity of almost 6,000. Akosombo alone supposed to give us between 720 to 1,000 megawatts. So if the entire 6 turbines of Akosombo shuts down, it means we have lost almost 1/5 of the power we are generating. It definitely would have,
but we'll still be within a deficit range.
It definitely would have a resultant effect.
Yeah, but we still have excess.
Yes,
I mean, from the numbers you put out.
Yes, but you see, I said that peak demand, we are using 4,400. We have reserve margin. When I say peak demand, what it means is that is when everybody is using electricity. When everybody, during off-peak season, we may come below 3,000, 3,200. So the Akosombo Inferno took about 1/5 of the power we are generating.
In megawatts terms, what did it take off?
I think it took between 720 to 1,000 megawatts.
Yes, but the numbers you gave me, I mean, the difference is 1,200.
Yes,
so
the difference is supposed to be 1,200. Yes. And there is a reserve margin of about 800 as well. And the fact that when I say installed capacity, that is our potential capacity. It doesn't mean at every point in time we have all the installed capacity.
So it comes back to the point you're making that it means that we are not generating everything.
Yes, we are not. Installed capacity is your potential.
Yes.
And your demand at peak season.
Because if you are generating close to the 6,000 and 1,000, even give and take, 1,000 is knocked off.
That is our installed capacity. That is what the potential we have to generate. That does not mean at every point in time all our installed capacity is in use. It is only activated in terms of emergency like this. But even as we speak,
since Thursday, the conversation has been trying to get everything back on stream.
Yes, but
because if we have the 6,000 we can generate, we shouldn't be thinking about Akosombo. We should just generate and
no, but Akosombo is part of the 6,000. So if Akosombo goes off, you have lost about 1/5 of the power.
If it takes out 1,000,
yes,
you still have. You can meet your peak.
The point is that you are confusing installed capacity.
No, I'm just using the numbers you are giving
demand.
Me.
Yes,
but the numbers you are giving me.
When I say installed capacity, what I mean is that is our potential energy generation capacity. It doesn't mean at every point in time all the close to 6,000 megawatts is deployed. But even as we speak, Akosombo is coming on stream. About 4 of the units that got destroyed have been restored. So our present deficit as far as Akosombo is concerned is around 270. So from yesterday coming, the power situation, those of us in Accra, the power situation has improved a bit, except for MPP people like Zatu, who came here saying he's been sleeping in light for the past 2 days. Meanwhile, he has his shirt neatly ironed. But you see, the point I'm making is that yes, there were intermittent power outages occasioned by a situation that we couldn't have control, which the energy minister is working to bring under control. Quite apart from that, there are long-term systemic challenges like 40 transmission lines, like BOP centers, box supply. If you go to Kumasi, for instance, the whole of Kumasi has only 2 box supply centers. Accra has 6. In terms of the population size, the population in Accra is not markedly different from that of Kumasi. So regardless of what we do in the short term, in the long term, we need another box supply center. It takes between 3 to 4 years to do one box supply center. So it means even if government has the resources, if government has the land to build a box supply center, it will take a bit of time. Okay. So we would urge Ghanaians to be patient with us. There is no doom. So the government has done all it takes to fix the problem it came to meet. So, and sometimes when I hear the likes of Zato complain about doom, so I laugh, because most of the challenges we are going through is as a result of their 8 years of neglect and lack of investment in the energy sector. And if you would indulge me, along the energy generation value chain, there are 3 components. Are you listening? There are 3 components. Yes, I'm listening. The first one is generation. MPP came to power on the back of lamentation that the past government has invested so much in power generation such that we have excess capacity. Solar light, they were complaining that we have excess capacity. We now have power that we don't know what to do with. So in 8 years, they did very little in terms of power generation. But our annual demand for energy...
No. Did you say nothing of it?
I said nothing significant. Nothing significant. You see, to put it in proper perspective, from 2013 to 2017, President Mahama increased our generation capacity from 2,500 to 500 to 5,000. In 8 years, MPP added less than 400 megawatts. Such is the lack of investment of the lack of investment in the energy sector that we are talking about. So as they came complaining, meanwhile, our demand for energy grows 20% annually. So for 8 years, there was a gap. If you take the 400 megawatts that they brought on stream, there was a deficit of about 1,200 that they did not.
Yeah, but we are still nowhere near the peak if you look at the numbers.
Yes, but
so why would you want to install more?
No, the point is that you see, apart from installed capacity, energy is a very technical area. Your installed capacity is your potential generation capacity. Apart from that, you need something called the reserve margin. So even if you are consuming 5,000 now, you need like 1,000 megawatts as a reserve.
Okay.
You get the point. So that in case of any unexpected circumstances, you fall on that. So in terms of generation, they did nothing. Okay. In terms of transmission, they entered into a fictitious arrangement with PDS, causing us to lose 1.1 billion Ghana cedis and a $190 million facility that the Millennium Challenge the Millennium Challenge Agency was supposed to give to us to change all our transmission lines. So in terms of transmission, very little was done. Then in terms of distribution, what did we see? They generated the power, the IPPs generated the power for them, they sold the power, but they did not put the money into the cash waterfall mechanism, which was a payment arrangement that was done to share proceeds of power distributed to IPP. So if you would remember, in June 2024, all these IPPs issued a statement that if government does not pay them, they are going to shut down. This government inherited a $1.5 billion energy sector debt, which it has paid. But for the payment of that amount, Dumso would have been worse now because most of these independent power producers would have shut down. So when we are talking about the crisis we are facing now, it is not in the nature of President Mahama and his team to open the book of lamentation as the MPP would normally do. We think we have been voted into power. When you come to power, you inherit the good as well as the bad. So even though MPP in 8 years did very little in terms of investment in the energy sector, they saddled the sector with huge debts. This government is clearing it, and we will clear it and get the power situation fixed. So Ghanaians should bear with us.
So there's no doom.
Joining us in the studio.
I said there are intermittent power
Alfred
outages.
Kojo Thompson. Alfred Kojo Thompson is former Deputy Managing Director of the NIB. He's just joined us in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Before I come to you, let me come to Solo right next to me. And Mr. Osu,
how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I see.
He sends his greetings.
We've received
wishes you the best for the morning.
We've received it. Mr. Osu, you've heard from Abbas and your good friend Doc over there. It's just the usual energy politics.
Abbas needs some water.
How?
What's your own understanding of what is happening?
Akablay. I don't know. Alfred says Mahmoud Bawumia greased you, right? You have any linkage there?
No, I've not even met him before.
This country, you must always ask, so it's very important. You see, when you take your Bible, the first chapter you see is what? On Genesis. Is that not the case? So immediately you go to Genesis and you take chapter 1, Genesis 1, and you go to 3. It clearly says that let there be light. let there be light.
And there was no light.
And the point is that the reason why the creator of this world put that let there be light in Genesis 1, he wants everybody that will govern us, that believes in the Bible, that you will not go inside. But the first page, so that it rings bell in your ears that you cannot toil and play with our energy needs. I have slept in doing so. Everyone is not comfortable with the issue of doing so. It is a reason why when this administration was introducing the Doomsday levy, I supported it wholeheartedly. In fact, listeners will bear me out that recently when the government attempted to remove that levy, I said no, because the impact of Doomsday on our lives cannot be compensated by anything else. And so if there is a levy on it that can protect all of us, then I am for it. You see, the numbers do not lie. We have not improved substantially in terms of investment in the sector in the last 8 years. So I was wondering why my brother Jebuntie, having the benefit of this doubt, you know, when he knows the truth, he go and hide under, I'm not good in mathematics, I don't have figures, it's a lie. He knows it very well. In fact, there is a course at the department that's mathematical politics or so, that students even write exams on. So he cannot come here and create the impression that he has no benefit of figures, he does not know figures, he's not a technical person. If you are not a technical person, why are you discussing the subject matter?
Did I say anything like that here today? Actually? Did you hear me say that today?
That too. I was sitting here.
No, but you mentioned my name. You think I have
No,
did I say it today?
You have
I don't know what to do. You're a pastor. When you don't have anything to say, you start preaching.
You have
the
your
Bible.
book in front of you. I want you to take notes.
No, why you have
No,
anything
you
to say?
take
Start
it.
quoting
You don't worry.
Genesis.
Yes, go ahead.
Get to Lamentations quickly.
Yes, go ahead.
Welcome to my bank, Revolut, with its layers upon layers of protection, like
It's happening. And so this administration must, as a matter of urgency, because they are now in the helm of affairs, deal with the matter. I listened to the energy minister. He seems to have some solutions to the matter. I am only watching that all the things, the beautiful things he told us 2 days ago would be implemented to the latter, so that the average Ghanaian, mind you, as we speak, electricity company of Ghana is having my money because we do prepaid. So it's unconscionable for you to take my money, hold on to my money, and be giving me excuses. I cannot, as a consumer, give them excuses for not paying. But why must they have excuses for me? So it is something that you have to work on it well. It comes back to what Ghanaians as electors must be demanding from of our political actors. These are the critical questions. When we are going into elections, what sort of questions do we ask? For instance, in 2028, you should be able to ask the MPP what amount of power you added onto the national grid. You ask the NDC what you did in the sector, and the UP what we intend to do. Because right here, if I were to show you our great transformation plan, page 55, you are sitting here, you read down here, the plan is very clear. Right from the busiest regime coming, Ghana has had a plan of developing mini hydros on our water and river bodies. Is that if you go to the energy ministry, what has been the attempt to actualize this vision? It is also there. I don't know. I will be very surprised that the technical people at the Ministry of Energy and the ECG will not advise any government that there is the need to upgrade the existing infrastructure. Because like he rightly said, the transformers we are using today are outdated. It does not have the capacity to contain the numbers that we are seeing. In fact, it seems to me that there is no correlationship between development and the installed capacity or the energy needs. You go to areas that hitherto in Accra were practically bushy or forests are now totally developed, but are not matched with the sort of transformers. So what were we doing? And it goes back to the Ashanti region issue. Ashanti region issue, they saw it. They realized that the transformers there couldn't support, but going to tell them the truth that we are going to engage in some maintenance which will bring some discomfort, playing politics with it, they deferred it. And so the people are now suffering. And that is why, to a large extent, I was happy when the minister came and said he was being truthful. There is nothing wrong, but beyond being truthful, what then do we do to make sure that this situation does not happen? I mean, you are doing banter with Abbas. It's true. If you look at our installed capacity, it's in the region of the 5,000s. However, there is a difference between installed capacity and dependable capacity. Our dependable capacity comes down to 4,800 or so. But remember, we have been told time with that number that any power generated, the ECG lose in terms of the transmission, they lose about 30%. So if we were to take that one out, already we have deficit. So to cure that mischief, it means you have to invest heavily in improving or upgrading our existing infrastructure. And the difficulty I have with this administration is covering up for the thieves that stole in the sector. That is why Ghanaians are very angry now. You know, the angry or the anger, let me put it that way, the anger is not about the doom, because they understand the situation. You cannot lose 1,000 megawatts and expect to have a free flow. But here is a sector that you were told as of 2025 that the debt in there was 68 billion. You ask yourself, out of the 68 billion, how much was used to improve or increase the capacity? A sector that was only 68 billion. Look, end year 2016, ECG declared a profit of 208 million. End year 2016. Immediately, the Nanado Baumiada he came to greet, said he was extending his greetings to you, took over in 2017. ECG began experiencing debt.
Alan too. He was a cabinet minister, part of the economic
Solo go on.
Is there?
You cannot just say Alan too was part.
Solo, listen to me.
He was also part.
Wrap up for me.
Was he a cabinet minister?
No. Speak. Let it come out clearly so that we deal with the matters.
Was he not a cabinet minister?
Oh, fantastic. So,
Minister of Touch.
you said what?
Trade minister.
And we are discussing what? And we are discussing what?
No, but if you're trading,
you see, in the attempt, no, I have what it takes to deal with the two of them. It's not a problem. I'm going to be, look, listen. Listen. In 2017, ECG that had declared profit in 2016 started experiencing losses. They declared a loss of 497 million in 2017. Then between 2018 and 2023, they declared a loss of 23 billion. TV. Now going back, end year 2024, PricewaterhouseCoopers did an audit of ECG. And I'm wondering what this administration, that's why when I hear things in this sector, I flare. Because we know the truth, we want to cover up for people. And the Ghanaian is never going to forgive this administration for covering up for the thievery that happened at the energy sector. Now, PricewaterhouseCoopers go to do auditing. They tell us that in the entire year of 2024, they discovered that ECG actually mobilized or collected tax revenue to the tune of 15.8 billion. Guess what? These are the figures. However, when you go to the cash water flow mechanism, they had declared that they got 10.4. Right away, people must be arrested. This matter, energy minister and your people, you are sitting there, and we are experiencing this. No way. Now, even with the 10.4 that they declared to the cash water flow mechanism, they actually paid 6.5 billion, leaving a deficit of 3.9 billion. Where did that money go? Pricewater tells us that they were not able to account for the 3.9 billion. They could not account for the difference between the 15.8 to 10.4 billion. So this money was sitting in the pockets of some people. Yeah. And it's the reason why you do not have that efficient management. So what this administration, some of us were expecting, was to go after those that had looted from us. You were in this country, we were told. People were just procuring, what do you call it, cables. Cables that we did not need. This matter we are talking about is not cable matter. But interestingly, every year ECG was just adding up cables. To the extent that when they buy, they don't even have the courtesy to go and then clear from the port. As we speak, the last time the energy minister said, oh, they have transferred it to Attorney General's political talk. Every time you go and hit it on the Attorney General, no action. These are clear matters. Okay. These are clear matters. So unless we do that and use the money to invest, remember, ECG had never collected money to the tune of about 1.6 billion until last year, June. How did we all of a sudden leapfrog? Yeah. You are not in this country, eh? Yeah. Now you are saying, You understand? You are not telling me, you don't even know what is happening in this country. You are going to show me? Yeah. What are you going to show?
You finish. Land for me.
So in London, In London, it is very important.
So now you please.
It's very important that we do not come back to this situation, and that we must go back on the drawing board and look at all the policies that will increase our generation capacity, upgrade our existing. If the transformers that they are replacing will bring stability in the sector, they must do it. They must not listen to the naysayers. They must not say because people are going to incur discomfort right now, they would defer it.
Okay.
Do it so that at the end of the day, even if it's going to take even 1 year for us to know that we have dealt with our energy needs constructively, then we would not have a repeat of this. However, we cannot conclude this matter unless and until we go after all those that looted from us in that energy sector. Some of them are sitting right here. They are party people. That must be dealt with.
All right. Mr. Thompson, what's your position on that?
He's now looking at Gogo.
I'm going to give
He's now
what's
checking
your
Gogo.
view?
You are now coming to check Gogo here.
Don't worry.
I'm worried.
Are you done?
Yeah, he's done. Mr. Thompson, you can have your turn now. And I mean, what's your own understanding of?
This is the first time I'm meeting you,
Yes, same
and
here,
I'm
first
glad
time,
I have. And what I would say is that I wish you the best, because when you have braggarts and people shouting all over and calling names, I believe you're a lawyer. And before you can call someone a thief, you have to prove that he is a thief. So if you have more educated people sit on set and shouting out that people are thieves and they are walking around, then it means that the first fingers should be pointed at those people. Because if you are not a thief, you wouldn't know your brother who is a thief. I'll leave it at that. The energy sector is a big problem that we are facing. And to tell you the truth, this is one of the reasons why I was late today. 12 midnight, the power goes off. It started, I think, 3 or 4 days ago in my area, around after East Legon, Obojo. Every evening it goes off. When I got to the studio, I was reading the board there, the Great Coal shut off. And I realized that all the areas they had announced were more Ashanti areas. It wasn't in Greater Accra after the burning. So why are we so affected in Greater Accra? One would say, oh, it's not Dumso. But if I sleep the whole night and I leave my house this morning and I have not still got electricity, I believe it's Dumso. Because previously, in between 2019 or 2020 and 2024, when the lights were going off, it wasn't for this long extent. It wasn't in this bad taste.
Hey.
Those who knew. And they can check. You can shout about it, you can insult about it, but that is it.
It's not true.
Please go ahead, Mr. Thompson.
When this government took over power in when did they take over power? 2025 or
2025 January.
One of the first things that happened at the Energy Ministry was the alleged missing containers, true or false. Up to now, the minister has not been punished for lying to Ghanaians that they were missing containers. Because when they were pointed out to him that, listen, there can never be any container missing in the port, they came back and said that, oh, they have found it at another yard. But when you are doing your work the first time, the people you set up a committee or condom tea, and they were drinking their tea and added biscuits to it, and were enjoying and writing memos and reports. They couldn't go around and check from all the yards in Tema. For you to come and give the whole Ghanaian this and that, over 10 or 15 containers are missing at the port. And these were full of cables and transformers and everything that you can name and shame. And he's working free. If I were him, in my stead, I'll resign. Because it means that this is your first day of shame. But no, nothing has been done. You see, NDC and Mahama are synonymous to Dumso. And if you remember, somewhere in 2024, when there were a few challenges here and there, Nanado said, woe betides him that he would make Dumso come into this country. It's synonymous with Mahama. So when Mahama comes back, he can bring Dumso. But under his reign, you make sure Ghanaians will not suffer that. And truly, he'd make sure that Ghanaians will not suffer that. When he was saying that cables were brought in and were being changed, that was the time Napo was telling people that, listen, we needed to change most of our cables. Because before we took over government. And even it's happening right now. When you hear any thunderstorm or the rains were about to start, lights go off. Am I lying? When we came into power and we started changing those cables, even when it was raining, you still had lights. Even when it was raining, you still had lights. So this matter of trying to, paint NPP into this picture, you were voted into power. And you got the likes of some CSOs being on the national platform and other people in some other political parties joining you to sing praises that this government is the best government in Aba. Aban Papa Aba. Is this the Aban Papa Ghanaians called for? Sometimes they forget. That is not as if they added some mysterious figures to become the leader in this political race for the 2024 elections. It's about 2.1 million NPP sympathizers and members who were angry with the party because of one or two obvious reasons and said that they were not going out to vote. But when you check the results from 2016, 2020, and 2024, they're about the same figure that NDC are holding. So they didn't have any miraculous thing. It's not as if Ghanaians wanted them, but they were angry with their party. And the way NPP is, when they're angry with you, they'll decide not to go out and vote. So it's not that they have anything mysterious that Ghanaians saw so this and that, this is the best alternative. They are not the alternative. And they've proven to us that they are not the alternative. And this can be said in the electricity challenges that are going on. And not only that, in almost all the sectors, go to education, go to other places. We are seeing it, we are feeling it. Today, teachers are sitting down. 14 months down the line, they are not being paid. But they said they are going to employ 7,000 more in addition. Today, the finance minister is telling us that he had to borrow to do compensation. But meanwhile, they are telling us that, no, we have to take more people. And things are not going well. And the systems are not working well. You come and tell us that, it's MPP. You think Ghanaians are stupid? You think Ghanaians are fools? You think Ghanaians don't think? Or because you said Ghanaians have short memory, so you think every time you can throw things at them and they'll just grab a line, who can sink her? As we sit here, Senate and Kong aren't working. They are not performing. They are not producing. Am I lying? Go and check. Your own sister station came out with almost all these things. There is a producing shortfall of about 29% capacity. That is going on. Because the hydro, which is at which is supposed to run at 1,411 megawatts, is now producing at 403 megawatts. And you have the figures. We've all seen it. One of your sister stations have come out with all these figures that I'm saying. It's not as if I'm producing them. There is a shortfall of over 1,000 megawatts from this hydro power generation. Over 1,000 megawatts. Akosombo Dam, as we speak today, is now producing at 86 megawatts. That is a 10% capacity. 10% only. Which is dangerous. Please, when you are sitting here and calling people thieves, when you are sitting here calling people thieves, did they tell you this thing?
Lies, you go and prepare speech here and they giving you wrong data and you are falling for it. Ask him the sources.
Are you done?
Are you done? How can I take lessons from you?
Are you done?
Hold on.
Incompetent person is giving you such figures and you are asking him.
Solo, hold on.
Incompetent.
So incompetent.
Thank you very much.
So incompetent. He has to give you sources.
No, Solo, go ahead.
But we cannot be treated to fake figures here.
Paul is doing a 21%.
Hold on, Mr. Thompson.
It's so fake.
Solo.
Don't let him degrade your program.
Calm down.
I'm calm.
Do you want to look on my laptop?
No. Yeah, I've
You
seen
have
it.
all the things there.
I mean, so I know which document is coming. Except that, I said that I'm coming.
Reference
I'm coming.
to enjoy
I'm coming.
FM publication that has been heavily disputed by the energy
I
ministry.
never done
The figures have been discredited.
Who has to dispute that?
You see?
It's so fake.
The figures have been discredited.
Attention on the
He's from a communication meeting. That's why he was late.
that number.
So why are you copying his work? Why are you looking
That
at his
number
book?
So
will
fake.
not be
I'm
the
so
updated
sad.
Why are you
figure.
copying his book?
Because
Copy no books.
I'm so sad for him.
Copy no books. Read the photos. Stop reading.
Are you decent? No. Are you decent?
Please, Solo,
Are you decent?
Solo,
Your time
Solo.
No, blame your dad. This crap. You are decent as if you are decent.
I want you to open your notebook.
Thank you very much. No, but this is fake. Even without opening something, even on the face of the document,
face of
it's
it.
all fake.
It's not real.
So there's
Let me
data,
ask Mr.
and
Dakabe.
I was just allowing him to go through a chain of thoughts because I have a sense of the data he's speaking to.
Yeah.
I've seen the raw spreadsheet as well. In fact, the raw spreadsheet is right in front of me.
Yeah.
And what does it
So
say?
I mean, I know what he was driving at, and I was going to come in to draw his attention to that cause of
So let me-
situation.
let me-
No, I'm coming. Solo. Solo, you just have to hold on.
Akable.
Just have to hold on. and take
Akable.
it. Yes. Mr.
Let me
Thompson.
ask you a simple
Yes.
question.
I was saying that
I'm coming. Let
Yes,
me ask you a
yes,
simple
go ahead.
question.
But now asking the host a question.
If an investigation has been done by TV3 and they come out with their figures, and an energy minister or a government spokesperson or a semi-government spokesperson comes out
Who is that?
to say that these figures that you are giving are not true, which one do you think I will take?
It's so pathetic.
that's fine. But
I will
but
not
I
throw
was
the
only drawing-
TV3 one away because I know that this is an investigation they've gone to
Yes.
do.
I mean, but I was only drawing your attention. I was only drawing your attention. Abbas, please hold on. Please, I'll give you a chance to come in. I'll give you a chance to come in. I was only drawing your attention that the Akosombo figure will not be updated because the
At
data.
the time
Yes.
they took the investigation. That's what was.
Yes, I mean,
Yesterday they've added one.
I mean, because those are data sets between. In fact, there's April 1.
Now, even
April 1,
yesterday they
March 1.
added one. This thing.
Yes, I
one
mean,
of their
we now have
rates.
we actually now have 4 out of the 6. So that number, so I'm saying that number will be higher than you have it now. So you go ahead and land
presentation. Let me finish.
Yes, so go ahead.
you are misleading
That
the
these
people.
are some
Yes,
of the
Solomon,
challenges
yes, go
that
ahead.
came in
Okay.
and has destroyed our generation that we are picking. And so someone comes to sit here and tell us that, oh, we can do 6,000 because you have the capacity to do 6,000. When in actual fact, you are not even producing. Up to 37% of your capacity has gone. There's a gap in there that you are supposed to generate now. You have a gap there. Then you come and tell me that I should buy yours line, hook, and sinker. When even on the first day of resumption of office, and we gave your energy minister some few months, he came to lie to the Ghanaian people that containers were missing at the ports. That he was caught, pants down. That there were no containers missing. And you want me to take information from that minister? Or you want me to take it from Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, who lied with his fellow cohorts into power, and they are still lying till date. Because you see, the first problem in solving your problem is to identify that you have a problem. They don't want to identify that they have a Doomsor problem. They don't want to identify that Doomsor is synonymous with NDC and Mahama. Don't forget, President, the first time there were intermittent light-offs, yes or no? That was why he pushed for the Bui Dam to come on. President Atambo's time, there were intermittent light-offs. But it wasn't to this extent. It was only under President Mahama in NDC 2012 to 2016 that we heard the name Doomsor, and it went into the encyclopedia of the world.
I mean, but if you talk about what we are experiencing now,
I'm coming.
You would agree that we are nowhere near those levels. You agree with that?
2016 and 2020.
I mean, what we are experiencing now. Yes, what we are
it's 10
experiencing
years
now.
down the line. No? It's similar. We are getting there. It's almost there.
Okay.
Because what we are experiencing now, within the last 10 years, was never this way.
Conclude for me.
So, in the wisdom of the flag bearers, when they were going to stand for election, that's why someone bought the yellow book and went to give it to President Mahama to use their yellow book. That the yellow book will bring them the wisdom, that's going to come. But Dr. Baumia, with the team sat down and said, listen, one, it's not just about generation. It's about how much people are paying to get electricity.
So that is how
When you
PDS
compare
was engineered
yourself to the West African market, we are paying so much, and that's why production here is very low. So for us to be a competition in the market, we need to reduce prices of electricity and other things that come into our production mix. So he was looking at producing 2,000 megawatts of solar energy, which would drop our electricity by 50%. 50 good percent. He was going to help individual households.
But he was in power for 8 years.
And how many?
He was in power, but he wasn't in charge. Are you the person in charge of this?
But the MPP
Let me
was
ask
in
a simple
power.
question. I'm coming. Master, you see, let us be rational. You are sitting here, you are working here. Is it every thought that you bring here that the management will take line hook and sinker?
So you're saying that he suggested that he wasn't taking?
No, I'm asking you a simple
I mean, that's an obvious. It's obvious that he's not going to do everything.
Listen, you can bring certain things, but the person can decide that this is not
good for oil.
The person will decide that this is not my priority.
So that
is why St. George will sit in office and say that the priority of the government is to make sure that the LGBT is signed. But the Mama said that it's not his priority.
Okay.
So coming back to our mix.
Just
coming back.
Just conclude for a minute for me. Just a minute. Your people. I mean, if you can hold on with the interference, that's why the time got extended.
Totally unacceptable.
It's not speaking for 20 minutes. No, Abbas don't do that. Abbas, I have all the time stamp.
Thank you.
Yes.
So coming back to the mix, he said that listen, individuals who want to have solar in their houses, they are going to help them do that, and they are going to give them the metering system, where even with your when you finish, you are going to receive, you can sell the remaining energy that you've got back to ECG, so that they can give it to the lower places that are not getting these mixes. That is sense.
Okay.
Putting on the table.
All right.
And it's something that he said that under his administration, that is his priority he's going to do, so that people will not suffer the suffering they are having today.
Okay.
When they came, energy prices have gone up. They increased electricity by 28%.
Okay.
When people complain, they brought it down
for
to 24%.
Okay, Mr. Thompson, hold on for me. Abbas, you had some points that you wanted to react. Yes,
I've taken time to listen to both Dr. Zato and Mr. Thompson. And one thing is very clear. None of them has been able to adduce any evidence to dispute the claim we made that in 8 years, MPP did not make any considerable investment in the energy sector. You have you took 28 minutes to beat about the bush, and you want to go into my time. You see, they did absolutely nothing significant in terms of generation. That is a matter of fact. As far as transmission and distribution is concerned, what they gave us is PDS. You are now talking about Baumia. Thinking about taking us on a solar drive where everybody would have a battery and all of that. And it is this same, you see, part of the problem we are facing today is as a result of Dr. Baumia handing over a national asset like ECG to PDS, as a result of which we lost 1.1 billion Ghana cedis, as a result of which we lost 90 million Ghana cedis that the Millennium Compact account was given to us to upgrade our transmission line. So if you bring Dr. Baumia in the equation, I think you are trivializing this whole argument. If there is anybody we need to hold responsible for the lack of investment under MPP, I think Baumia is one. And this and you see, you would laugh. You would laugh. It is because it was Dr. Baumia who turned a bank guarantee, which was supposed to be an a condition precedent, to an insurance guarantee, which later turned out even to be fake. Which turned out later to be fraudulent, as confirmed by Al-Kut. You don't know about that? You don't know about that? It was a committee chaired by Dr. So the point is that the MPP did not make any significant investment in the energy sector is a fact. Okay. The NDC came in to make to meet a very terrible situation in terms of a 1.5 million debt OIPCs which have been settled. The MPP came in to meet a system that has not been upgraded for a long time, and we introduced the transformer upgrade program, which is presently ongoing. So we urge Ghanaians to bear with us. The problem we are facing will not last. It is something that is under control. The Ministry of Energy has its hands around it. And you see, when Alfred was talking, he said under President Kufuor, there was no doom, so there was intermittent power supply. But one of the few moments that we've had Doomsaw, proper Doomsaw, evidenced by a timetable from ECG was under President Kufuor. During his 8 years, we had Doomsaw for 3 years. So if you come here and say under President Kufuor, there was no Doomsaw, you see people will not take you serious. Anybody that lived that moment will not take you that serious. Right. So the point is that we came to meet a terrible situation. We are not lamenting as the MPP will do. We are fixing it, and we will fix it.
Okay. Doc.
Thank you. If, after almost 1.5 years in office, after reading 2 budgets, presenting 2 State of the Nation addresses, you are still blaming your woes and pathologies in any sector on the previous government, you are a massive failure.
Thank you.
1. 2. Despite all the panting and the ranting from Solo, there is absolutely no chivalry on this within the energy sector. If they were, by now we would have seen it. There's nothing there. And I like the fact that any opportunity, you like to buy the hand that fed you for 8 years, Solomon, or for 6 years. Keep on doing that. One day it will come. Okay? You want to sit here and tell me that Alan was an angel in the MPP. Meanwhile, all the decisions, Alan was a senior cabinet member, sat in the economic decisions, but at any opportunity you want to what? Cover him so that he looks like an angel whilst you want to blame somebody else. Solomon, it's not going to happen. And look, finally, I want to make some point because we need to keep this things like that. On the one hand, you are saying that they didn't make any major investment. But I tell you what is major. Define major. I tell my students, define your concepts. When you say major investment, first it was that they didn't make any investment. Then we have been told that they were changing wires. Now, I am not, but I know that if you are changing wires to good wires, it's an investment, right? 2, they were also told that, they imported transformers. Transformers too is an investment. Now, if our issue, I heard my brother admit that we have a transmission problem. How do you address transmission problem? By the wires and by the transformers. So if that was identified, or if that is identified as the core problem, and you are saying that the previous government did invest in these areas, how then do you now jump from that to go and say they didn't make any major investments? But look, I can believe there's something that will happen in this country, and there's something that we need to do. We need to have a timeline on when you can blame the former government for your woes and pathologies. Because when you come in and you tell me that the whole of 2025, that the sector was stable, you took credit for that.
Okay.
When fuel prices are going down, you take credit for that. When what's the name? Dollar is going down, you take credit for that. So on the one hand, you are telling us that in 1 year you've been able to achieve all these things. And we should clap for you. We should praise you. We should sing your hosannas and hallelujahs for what you have done in your name. You have transformed the economy in 1 year. I want you to understand that narrative. You understand that. Yeah. In 1 year you said, I have done all these things. But in the same time, well, the 1 year is not enough to also do these things. So praise us for all these things we've done for 1 year. But when it comes to this one, blame the APP. Hypocrites. It's not fair to do that.
Okay.
Because if we give politicians the time, go to December 2028, they will still tell you to blame APP for all their woes and pathologies. Yeah. It's not fair. We're not going to allow that to happen here. Okay.
No. Solo.
Very interesting. You see, there was a reason why I asked you to pause Alfred. From further embarrassing himself based on the data that he was sharing. He was misleading the people of this country. First of all, even on the issue of the missing containers, I heard Afenyo himself, Afenyo Martins, who was the board chair of ECG, collaborate the position of the energy minister that yes, indeed, it was a normal thing that happened at the electricity company of Ghana. They buy containers, it gets missing. So Alfred, it's the same reason why Kenofurata sacked you. No. If you allow Kenofurata to sack you, it means you are so incompetent. You see, Ken himself was incompetent. When we are talking, allow us to make the point.
Your trade minister was competent, so he stayed for 7 years. Chopped government money for 7 years. Enjoyed.
So go ahead.
You see, we are discussing energy ministry. Your incompetence got you out. Someone said that. So that one, there is no need for us to give it.
What got Alan out?
Alan, he resigned from the. He had to go and
So
contest as
he had the ideas.
Yes,
He had the ideas for
He gave you the ideas. These people,
Go ahead.
they were rot in opposition. These people, they don't even know how to be in opposition.
So we understand.
Me, I'm going to.
Yes, your book. So we are in government.
So clearly,
That's your government material.
the issue that we are discussing, I'm not too sure. I have sat here and said that this government is not responsible. Well, whether they like it or not, it is within their regime, and so they must fix it. You understand? But what I have said here, and I will never allow it to happen so long as I am alive, is to see or hear from incompetent two MPP people, Zato and Alfred, create the impression as though they did something serious. Zato is an MPP.
Go ahead.
You understand? So, we matter. Again, when he sues him, he says, oh, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who was the sitting vice president, had promised that given the opportunity, he would, reduce electricity and make it as it was stable. Whereas he was the vice president. And when you pushed him, but he was in power. No. Are you in charge? There's nothing different between the president and the vice president. It is the reason why the vice president have you.
The current vice president, Professor Jenna.
Of course, but who told you she's immune from that?
Maybe that is what she's polling so badly in the APP race. Maybe that is what she's polling so insignificantly in the APP.
The office of president ticket, the presidential ticket. Yes. This trick, I know it has been better. You must tell you that now, because if you also say that we should blame Professor Jeno Pokonana, that is why probably I'll take it from them.
Just continue talking. That's what happened.
Yeah, he's getting things for a
So the president and the vice president, they swear to one oath. That oath makes that ticket one. As a matter of fact, when we are going into any major election, the running mate, have you ever seen a running mate picture on the ballot? But why is that when we vote for the candidate and he wins, automatically the running mate becomes the vice president? It means the two of you are one. So this business of our attempt of trying to take out Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from the incompetence of your administration, if I were Nana Akufo-Addo, I would be so sad wherever I am. That deliberately a vice president that I worked with, that at a point that Nanado came to tell us that in his darkest moment, the very person that he confides with, he strategized with, that Bawumia will come today through his assigns like Zato and then Alfred to come and
we should blame Professor We should blame the sitting president for this.
I am going to elect myself
in the central region. They don't have water to drink. We should blame the vice president, right? We should do that, right? We should blame the sitting vice president for that, right?
We should blame the vice president for that. We should do that, right?
It's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
He did for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But for Nana Akufo-Addo, who is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? And the man does all these things for you, and today you have the nerve to come and sit here that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was so in charge. When he had told you that when it came to digitalization, he was in charge. When it came to what? NHI, he was in charge. He single-handedly implemented 33 policies. Did he implement those 33 policies when he was sleeping, or where was he? What are we talking about here?
Okay. Mr. Thompson, I'll give you the final word briefly.
I'm so glad. And I'll quickly state the megawatts Nanado added onto the grid. But before I do that, let me state and let it be on record. Under no circumstances has Bawumia distanced himself
but that's what
from
you did.
The administration of Nanado.
Why were you asking that question? Now you interjected me. You are so
This is not from Bobo Backman.
Look at that.
Under no circumstances has Dr. Bawumia distanced himself from Nanado. Listen, they work together.
You are destroying my
They
show.
work together.
Allow people to talk. You fact the first and second take.
They work together. They work together, and I'm very proud to be a member of Nanado's government, where we made sure that there were certain things we put in place. Now, when you look at his generation mix, he added, and this one you can just Google it and you'll get it. President Akufo-Addo's administration has added hundreds of megawatts to Ghana's national grid through various projects.
Hundreds of megawatts is very broad. I mean, Hundreds of megawatts.
One.
Okay,
I'm
go
giving
ahead.
you the breakdown.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
My brother.
No, go ahead. Just
Are
go
you
ahead.
trying to be like this is solo?
I'm asking a question. I'm asking you to clarify. So it's yours to answer.
So now,
Go ahead.
you have the bridge power plant at Kong, the 200 megawatts that was commissioned under Nanado. When you go to Kalio Solar Power Project, you have the phase 1 and the phase 2. Kalio, yes. The phase 1, he had a 13 megawatts in 2022 and in another 15 megawatts in 2024.
So less than
making a
200
total,
megawatts.
oh
Okay,
please,
we are listening.
making a total of 28 megawatts.
Okay.
Then you go to the bridge power plant at Kong. You commission a 200 megawatts
You've
plant.
mentioned it.
That's what I've
already.
mentioned.
You've
Okay.
mentioned that already.
So you go to Laura Solar Plant. You had the A6, the 6 megawatt solar plant project in the Upper West. Then you remember that he did the Bui, that's the floating water, that's the Bui.
Yeah.
Why are you?
No, Mr. Thompson, go ahead. Go ahead. Mr. Thompson, go ahead.
He did the Bui water, that's the solar floating solar water.
How many
project,
megawatts?
Which he's added on to the.
How
this
many?
thing. Now, when you look at that, you said he hasn't added anything.
400 megawatts in 8 years. Muhammad did 2,500 megawatts in 4 years. This is what we are talking about. You see, this is what we are talking about.
But the figures you've put out, it does not even come up to 300 megawatts.
Yeah, in 8 years.
You said he hasn't added.
So that's what
So I am proving to you.
Yes,
I am proving to you that even the little
That's fine.
that I can just Google.
in 8 years, less than 300. In 8 years, less than 300.
Let me finish by coming to. You know this guy, when he's talking, sometimes I ask myself, is he in Ghana or because he's under the pay of certain people, so sometimes he does certain things that you know before what do you call it? Before ECG went digitalization, you know how much they were getting in revenue? The highest at that time was 450 million Ghana cedis. Now in 2023, when they went digital under Dr. Baumia, when he was saying it, and they were insulting him. And today they can sit here and say that he's a thief. Under his thievery, the revenue grew from please. Right, go Google.
I want to check because Google. You are going to lie.
The revenue grew. The revenue grew from 450,000 and 450 million to 1.2 billion.
It's not true. What period?
That is it there.
What period?
That is it. 2023.
No, they showed me. This is
2023. Monthly revenue increased to around 1.2 billion. Today, as we sit here, 2025. That's talking. 2025.
They never achieved that.
Peak performance 2025. As you said, it's 1.7 billion. And you're asking me that, am I shocked? I'm not shocked.
You are shocked.
Because someone used common sense and brains, and even under challenging circumstances, decided that, listen, let us go this way. Because one thing I love about Dr. Baumia, and I always say it, that one day when I sat down with him and I said, listen, some of this and that you are always complaining about.
It's contesting for national
there's a thievery here, there's thievery there, there's this thing here, there's that thing here. He said, listen, it's not the change of the people that matters. Because I can change Solo, who is trouble, and go and bring another person. The person might even be worse than Solo. Okay. But we need to make sure that we digitalize the system. And make sure that when you do that, you are able to block some of the loopholes that are here.
What did you do?
They insulted him that he didn't know what he was doing.
What specifically did you do?
All right.
Specifically.
Digitalization
is a
what did Alan do? What did Alan do?
If you want me to
what we are going to do now is that's all the time that allows for conversation.
You didn't make me laugh.
I was just doing this. So what we are going to do is that we are going to briefly do just some short few seconds on the second topic that we earmarked to discuss. It's a report that has been put out by a US-based analytic institute that indicates that Ghana risks losing up to 67% of its youth to foreign countries. And then if you look at the data that they put out in terms of the ranking, we are up there. I think we are number 3 actually. So Sierra Leone first in terms of the exodus, people leaving the country.
What have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
right, so from TV3 this morning, the Doomso saga and equity. And all has been added this morning with all acknowledging our proud sponsors. Charles Kojo Fosu Daddy Lumba or say Ankwanoma Memre Swana Meko. Bringing the time 53 minutes past 9 o'clock this morning. Result in the morning all the way. And let Unity Link Financial Services Limited. We are proud to be associated with the Unity Link Financial Services Limited. Na ebano sikamani na ne 15.5 and 15.6 and 15.6 and know the Unity Link Financial Services Limited. Mobile money to major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all rural banks in Ghana, airtime topper. It's Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And pay a boy chidomano pay. Real Bob Social House and Phone so a banu adansie amo eton adan o my Ghana. Like I said, Real Bob Social House and Phone omo enkrabatani bi ayi mensa ye kwabenya Real Bob Social Housing and I said the mortgage plans nyame awadom na ubetumi ato mortgage ni bia na ubetumi ato dan ni bia na wanya waji mortgage etua ne kakra. And the Real Bob Social House and Fun pay a boy chidom for many Ghanaians abroad, living in abroad. And no, your Real Bob Social House and Fun pay and so a boy chidom till. Now, Real Bob say Yankai will say, Upe say, Uji Dine Bia. But what you from what +44791737661 +44791737661 and +233-244 764499. Tell you Real Bob Social House and no pay and so a boy chidom till Real Bob 4 and so chakwan with Milton Keynes and Ghana. And the Real Bob Social House and 4 a bano adensie our more a the gated community. Like I say, almost a year almost so papa panty, but body has over to me after Real Bob Social House and 4. And pay so AGL and Co Limited, a band chartered accountant business advisor, specialist in preparation. Annual account bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. And we are AJN and Co Limited, chartered accountant and business advisors. About medical health insurance, any protection. But what they are afraid, AJN and Co Limited, and pay and so able chidom. In car also say, obey me from 016344 70495 and 078830 777-742. AJN and Co Limited, chartered accountant, business advisors. Friday visa travel and tours. A ban of passport ones and some airline ticketer. Yenian Francis Finsbury Park, London, November 4, 3 Echo Green. Tell Friday visa travel and tours. Discounted airlines. And I also say, be a summer you person called Ghana. Ubet to me Twitter and Kakanka Krebedruono. Na with Trivi and Bombodian so between Freya Francis. 0207-619-3843, 0207-619-3843, and 079-3965-6111. And know your fatherly visa travel and tours worldwide. Almost 57 Stroudgate Road, Finsbury Park, London, November 4, 3 Echo Green. And a payment car say Idas shipping. Opese with the Unyama ko Ghana. Idas for the Akotini. And saying Omejumano Ekoye and Tibombodian Frey Idas. Na omechira kwan 65 Upton Lane, Forest Gate, Echo 7, 9 Premier Bravo. Door to door by air and sea. Almost sound so eton boxes, drums and tapes. And also say, omo container chinchinchi with the car kwa box in the camera. Will contain him as a personal effect. Nina EDAS from +44 794 736 1067 +44 794 736 1067. Tell EDAS shipping and pay and so dom. As a group of 4 and so you could through a construction, a loft conversion, and also say extension, kitchen, bathroom, and flooring, and as a driveway. As a group of 4 na media walls TV at Bobo Bahono omudi hu akutin papa and no any friend in the media walls and to Bobodia Fred as a group of 4 +44 794 306 0283 +44 794 306 0283 and no as a group na kenke and so war times 2 Inti dokunu shufie ope dokunu kala konke kenan na chese no ye na kenke. Unbeatable prices, quality real Ghanaian condo, best palm oil, peanut, and konkonte, all the Ghanaian products. Uko na kenkewa or 163-165 High Street, Walthamstow, near Nationwide Bank on 074-824-22505. 074-824-22505. And know your na kenke. Rhapsody Apartment. Na uko Ghana titu. Na se bia na upe bibia dwendwen ho be 1 week bia. And I say 1 month be. Na just say no short and long stay. Rhapsody apartment. Ho betumi buku prekope. Na udru Ghana pickup. Airport pickup ho. Into betumi buku now. Omo discounted package that comes at a reduced rate. Now it does not include electricity. The electricity is not part of the package. To electricity. You can also rent the space for 1 solid year. Terms and conditions applied. In the North Legon Soa Peace Lane, Ablo AJ na ubetumi afre Ghana plus 233-5538-30229 plus 233-5538-30229 and also UK number near plus 44-744-5311-265 plus 44-744-5311-265. You know your UK number no too. But me call now I send the email rhapsodyproperties@yahoo.com. And no hunsam no. And a person can say Step Ahead Foods and so Ghanaian company back one. Omo brandy Ghanaian product na omudino ene omuhunam enese into taste and culture feel quality. Soft golden tropical bread, baked fresh, rich and irresistible smooth. Authentic Banku, perfectly prepared for the true home style experience. And there no Step Ahead Foods. Ghana shops now. Omunya ne wo ho. Enti bomode aso betumi akọ Step Ahead Foods. Anaso betumi afromo. So upe eduane upe Ghana eduane dodo a obetumi e de amount e was 074-976-56309 074-965-6309. Email admin@stepaheadfoods.uk. The Step Ahead Foods oko Ghana shops now. Nyano no ebu. Star Motors 4 and so dwumekuo baako a omo repair cars. Enti se o car ho atochima Star Motors omo ndwumadi a omo dititu servicing and repairs on all mix of cars. In the car bia no ne engine, ne gearbox, clutch replacement, exhaust computer diagnostic, MOT while you wait and etc. And we train normally bibia kama mao efficient and affordable. Star Motors 1 Pretoria Road, Tottenham, London N17 8DX, behind White Hart Lane, grocery shop near the train station. Ti among N22 gun for na omo Star Motors for actual say a bano say car to car do na no eno mudi ho dwuma. Nti e ba na car na engine and also say the gearbox the clutches ne exhaust computer diagnostics and I say MOT wo train no my bibia ma enti bombodi anso betumi afre Star Motors e was 079 585 60059 079 585 60059 and 079 44 99 5651 079 995651 now 02088 02088 03275 02088 803275 which are near Star Motors omochira kwan White Hart Lane Tottenham. For all brands and type of washing machine with tumble dryer for all brands the clean finished double room available in 2 bedroom flats. Now a fully furnished bedroom available or Camden area, rent near £720 per month, inclusive of all bills with free Wi-Fi. Into which we have 07 078-241-86222. 078-241-86222. Na E&J Handyman, by the carpentry works, door fixing and hanging, fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And we are E&J Handyman on 074-324-02117. 074-324-02111.
Jesus is coming very soon. My Lord is coming very soon. Messiah is coming very soon. Oh, 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 coming very soon. Oh, 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 coming very soon. Jesus is coming again. Jesus is coming. Jesus coming again. Jesus is coming. Yes, oh my, no one talk about it. Jesus is coming. Yes, oh my, no one talk about it. Would you be ready when the time is here? Oh, would you be ready when the Lord is here? Would you be ready?
Pag and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
That is coming. The signs of the days. Proves that is coming. Rumors of war. Earthquake and famine. Tsunamis and floods.
Gentlemen, call line said in command of pay.
So blood, oh, is coming very soon. Jesus coming again. Jesus is coming.
Jesus is coming very soon.
Oh, my Lord is
You're calling him and pay.
coming very,
And to my well wishes and pay more emotion live for TikTok.
coming very soon. Oh, 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 coming very soon. Would you be ready? When the time is due? I am ready. Oh, would you be ready?
Yanchena bedin command pay. Na I bought 11 my musu and pay. Hot digital online UK and OTA.
Oh, the signs of the days. Proves that is coming. The signs of the days. Proves that is coming.
You went online so you come Gifty Godson or say Jesus is coming.
Famine
And I pay me church
and fraud.
Ghana Gospel Artists UK weekend 10 years and I'm for still one of pound for no pay me church I'm going to and till and chebe call line so need in command pay. Marcus into you.
Yo, Valentine, my channel.
Ejoso.
Now,
Now we are chatting audio.
yo, also far can we make your telephone and of you. Now, Valentine, then I say, oh, by I do a chini when I have a wood was at the
Well, by the enemy, Una Walker.
It was some refuge. There's a man so training and there's a serious. It is not in other camp. I'm not many about it. I could be a friend for Ghana and about Bonabas, you know, and Gabby. I know about that. I already would be before I come around with you because I come out of the deviation. I come out of the best. They're telling me I'm not the answer. But wait. And I was a bit many about. We have a castle about Bonabas. Oh,
I say that nipan in your fair in Tiana and Udinichi. Also, don't support illegality. She's not forcing anybody to support every idea she wants to share. But sometimes she just wants a transparency of what we are doing on this platform. Because you will be a friend approbating and reprobating. In laws, and your friend, not just will be our castle. I did channel was someone, and the OCC or channel OCC. So you keep flip flopping. And I think about
two different things because I can't some
on this platform, no, on this platform, no, I've listened to all of you. The kind of content you put out there, it is your conviction to speak the way you want to speak, which is fair. But the point is that you will be a friend of natural justice. And that is where that exponential natural justice, should emanate from you. Say, Obiye bibi na nya, be bold and speak, but don't be one-sided or be inequality. And only by a problem. That's how I see her.
Okay.
And only the problem.
The point is that there's a way people understand different subjects. Okay, I won't tell you. You never find one subject, but don't tell you different from them. But the point is that have you noticed that I also speaking different, and that's the one follow the MPP narrative as well. You become a bad person because they want to hear something. Okay, when they look at the become
yeah.
Military electricity discussion already, so I'm a momentum. That discussion out here as I was switching by UK. And I said, this goes anything you can say. What the politicians said here, you could remember the chap and Samaya Bata. Valentine. And we about the year saying that you me passing me this all. Sikano, I man, I be personal Sikana as a Ghana. I can understand this conversation. Valentine, you have a problem. For years, I've been telling you on this radio, you need electricity, you need water, you need roads. And you have 3 major things that could be developed in the hours of your baby. Valentine, who do Ghana? Who probably should be a Ghana? Mompeka, Bebabeka. Ghana says, who do Ghana be a 2 boreholes here with the sea? And so you tell what I will, Ghana. So far, this successive governments will be into it with that problem. Electricity, you might argue, MPP time a little bit better than what's currently happening now. But maybe as a citizen, I can't make sure. Maybe person be the serious friend program over. Say, you try, Mary, you try, I go so much more, I need to be judgment. If you enter solar, you may be different. I think it's a 10 years crowd you are building this. At least for future, you be able to your crop for member after us and they will enjoy. But at the end of your body, I bet you tell me that the real issue, you're doing that.
Okay.
I don't need to be anything. We're not paying you come catch a 50 something. I know when we said the argument, your problem, you want to say. We back us up a kakra, and now we be a kakra exactly like what they were doing in the station right now. And ordinary people not come and not to. Maybe my country try any electricity there, ain't doing Yajuma. If the government knows this is it, no, can be as well. Or be fast one electricity no ambassador. Okay. Or man, I don't know who here, but that's only I'm here.
And as a acquired with the NTO, the uncle.
Yo, Mr. Valentine, I'm going to show. Marcos, we shall have a so. And then I'm Mr. Veluti. I'm saying, well, become not by me. Mr. Baito Kache, Fred, Emily, Mr. Tufo, Manuel's Bedu, Bane, and Mr. Nana, Dickless, enemy, and me, Obaya. That's why I get him. So we'll be radical, we'll be around. So I'm telling you, a champion. I'm people for, and I will also the day, I'm people for, and Yakupon Adbomo said, Musu, who the Pambo, so this is Judy Pam. Or Mamma, a mambo, or Mamma, still between Tassi, more planning. She says, Roma, a man is in the soul. Now, I never come, Munya one again said. I say, and this is for, I can say, MPP, I can for party. And you can motives are come when you're smart. Say, move to me, I will say, Domukan. I say, I'm part of the Yampa. And I can force them Modoson. And I Ghana on education. And for one more to Grado, Baby, so, or my general, El Pocacra. And mobile radio, so television, so. And I fed them by become Brofo. Oh, Montague,
a Brofo program.
Oh, it doesn't matter. And
a Brofo program, they are David. A Brofo program, don't go country. Your platform, your platform be brave. If you are not per se, and then you tea Brofo de Kakra. Because in your quantity, other people's TV be TV3 station, all the Brofo or more country, forgive them. Why, Michelle?
A parliament crown. President and also be a parliament. With Bakasa, no, the tree, I did a film. So, and I'm person we know so yes, but
I've been trying no we are omu interpreters on Bekasa. And some my course or part no matter can you hear
as me who say omo yensa. Also, we are this year. Omo ye demonstration. In the power church of breakers, Emma Omono. Obo Crana, Yeguso, or Nim Yeguso, Obusana, or Topaso. Also, Oma Fedi Pebia, Obia Carabo, Oma Jidum. And the more ample before, almost me I can for which to them and Pamoyaka for party. So, I mean, Minister Erocressa, and you also target I can follow. No brofono but from cra. Very brofono. Open Ghana. Regis never be one more Yanka Echigasa. But
David, mind you, brofono a principal language because you were trained by the British.
I know.
Because you're back home, undumi fa boni nkoka twi. Meboa.
I don't just say.
Ghana, you know, say, my indemnity, I got everything. Brofu, who are your offices here? They can invite you in one of the prominent churches because we are good. Ukwa, Brofu kakra unimno. You can just speak and then we'll be submit my translation, whatever. That does not mean say. Men suya brofu inti brofu no de say suya
let me can say
inti no de
it was a brofu no eno kasa you can Ghana na so the person brofu no enu 40% you and o person won win e power dia na so di bibia be brofu can you say as well can nipa no mutiase o ya ukọ NDC for platforms wa and I will say wo mo abo bronkofobia I said, she said, all right. It's me before I'm a job. I'm tomorrow. Some person will win power party. Can afford you. You got for your tip before. For the ground.
Okay. And then I'll cast. But the point is, you know, you tie almost campaigns on me. Tria no monomoka. Indeed, me don't mean baby. I will feel banned. It is just that I put it. I made it too. Abrofu station na how I now said it because I don't get your point. No, you are not here. Let us see certain things. Unko for normal year campaigner, they speak tree. You listen to them. Be a kwa oka tree into me be a ufiba. And know the
okay, sir. Because just always say bukena pa. The Ghana edipa mo papa.
Yeah, that's it.
Nipa mo. Go fi France me chop sample so anything.
Nanim thank you.
Fine.
Yeah.
Chow Ghana for you now.
Yanko.
And my boy is Royal Justice King Charles III. The Banabaso Papa.
Then wako ye.
For American Congress, I could catch Trump face to face. You say, behave on yourself. Now, look at the executive. I don't say you can use it anyhow. Okay. The executive powers, but checks and balances. Trump may you know, I walk around me pel. Trump don't correct. So, never be pen anyway. Why I say,
and then you do not the film.
Then you have a crash on you.
Power money and corner.
Yeah, quite lemon. Mammy Master, Bibia, Mamma Bar, Nenzeman say, Nenzeman say, Mamma Master, why in the war powers is here? And this is in the war power, also NDC. And I happen to be the licensed natural resources minister idea man Amakufibu Oyenzemani. And the Maza say 90s in the Wasuna says the man is on the idea and say, why are you complaining to us? You can't come and complain to us about Zeman in the idea and say on just so. And then I have last year, I remember complaining.
Yeah.
Because in Zeman or vessel, they say in Zeman to me protecting the Maza there, we don't want to know.
Okay.
Afeya ko yenemono NDC no dum so no ye dia bomdua enra ye na ye hu TV so amanfo coastal namo a essay amanfo coastal namo a essay ya ya say untumi provide adwuma also so a man yet to benefit be in him. Obi Quayane coastal cacra so do light and none say hairdressers in the end they are complaining Omunya where there's a Yajuman yet. I didn't present Mamma what did the power be added doing so. NPP are providing electricity 8 good years. What ba into no what just a flip pepper when the Yako do so. Why? Okay. Why is that into no NDC cannot think far. And they say if you could be ampe, move to me and call Alene Senia solar. Abrofi, this is what they do. It's a problem because no my students now research and no my come up. Because collect to my STEM education na ya bay. Collect to my learner produce solar who do be brebe na ya solve electricity problem no. Because mama I'm fan who say VAT ni and go do no or train and no interested. Next time about to so Ghana ni to about papa Dr. Bawumi me that's it.
And that's my interview.
Good morning.
Morning.
No, okay.
No, yeah, pa. Into your uncle.
Let's go to here.
No, yeah, pa.
Yeah, I'm out for group for. Also, by man, business. Nana, sister me. Mammy say, why? I keep this up for this. Now, I'm a women's swing. MPP UK women's swing. From Telford, Afashe, American Kings, Luton. South London, East London, North London, Abawa.
That's mean for Kwame Peckham, Namin Browse quickly, Mr. Pacho.
Okay.
Kwame, into you. Kwame Peckham.
Hello?
Into you, Kwame. Kwame, into you.
Hello, Valentine.
Yeah, into you, Kasa. Kwame into you.
Hello.
Kwame into you.
Tonka
and then some friend for now. That's into you.
Yo. It's your mouth to group for you now. Then it then nala. It's you and me and you Dr. Baya. Benya adagye adwene ne party ne oman Ghana Valentine. Na no na me ne Obaya cancel. 2014, 2015. Me could see most of them say. Minya politics here, we know by the Ghanaian. And my year politics and some baby. And man on your bread. And you be a biakoyeni, and my women in politics. And then she, Medina Hoya say, yes, a celebrity and mash. Omunya daji madness, or more your wife. Now, one more your workers. Na ninchi omunya daje edwe o my Ghana ho mo kwaye di ehun se efi baby and agree ha na mpanyimfo say o ti achinya wo de kura ahwa na wo tafre na kuntuntu hwan a nchi ada yefo
okay
ya bedu he die e dan ya ye wo kro bi efe no my Ghana eye yi a ye kwa ye da eni nti no memmai nyame ya aduma Saturday Ramford Road 229. Yes, celebrity man. Na ye ka man no na me ma no na mo bi chidom. Woni hwa ye ni ho. Ya chien sa fe mu nyina. Mini aben ma se be poso be sia juju ba me celebrate ubi. Obe mpoma Fred Ejawusu Patrick Nana of Luton and then market for mu nyina afre. Omra na ye nyina ye mum ni di na ye mum. Na ye nya wo Valentine. No pasoli edding. Then it then nala. Won to mudda. Oh my news. I'm a power in your wada get now. Yes, frame of some man in celebrity when I'm more fata. I must say. Now they can't tell me you have Marcus to say. I have a problem. But you will be the men. Now, none I know about ya, they will be I am say. Valanta, who had room so ya, for sure ya. And the MPP Kama, can you Marcus, obey name and shame. Well, I kind of throw card at all. And I buy was so it's about, but I know what power then you take it as a man to say. When you read on the man, Mamma Dean, Mama 1, Mama 2, say, you're catching it to what you do so before the other. Now, I'm in corporate here, almost say, do some MPP for now, consider it. Hey, NDT4. Yeah, and Trono, what's not an amount, I am not one. balance and the opposition generator said do so ne buy no ya say MPP 40 ya ya mo kane na NDC 40 ya mo kane no so do so ba whether MPP or NDC CPP you na na affect you
okay
it's time tro na ya no munyai no mo face problem no problem na e sikata ya ba ya manage now na me news from Ghana ya what they are to so what the 2000 megawatt of so na one ya the power na wa manage ni ya light no any na so and you do have the back is how you manage it can only happen and to me the problem we have with you is say every baby MPP there so what you born and ku for the extra to the car now then na do samba don the money mama na wa be mu now want to me say chairman can say now they try a political party na they can't say the MPP aya to bottom and NDC do we arm robbery aya compare and contrast here ko yanim na baby aba was say our mind be ko nanim a education obi ani ti asabi obeto aba on issue base yam sika medada na man yet ti afidi baby near the bedroom baby yes started from the scratch on my baby ko for by what say yeah that was so ba na one year fa ko yeti from a mama one mama two asamu to kwade no ye kakaba okay so mama one do mama two the two wa na ye catch Ghana for me so mo honya mbogo because ye catch na wo say papa ya je we are feeling yeah you need outside everything some now what can papa be answer documentation answer so ye kaji wo ba the react wo kunu wa say and no ye hunu na kan ye sack wo manya ye ni plane eni pa ba ku fo to me Ibrahim mama one de ni nya baswa de bia wo tumi aka ibu no to plane na kase wo ro kwa shi ko to plane man wo ro kwa shi ko ko be sia etumi to plane na mu ye tumi mo be sia enche teacher ka
ya di yanda
so my baby enche nya be mam na ku say aya name and shame
Francis Yentio na enko the other line to us
Man,
yeah
good morning.
yes sir
I don't know what I me.
Chana and Sama Okana here.
Let me cut that. We are penny now. You respect yourself. We respect you. Me respect you.
We do at my web.
But you did my time because I don't know.
No, do at my programs. No, do at. I don't know when one can was our program.
Yeah, media. I have to respect, but when you don't respect me, I would never respect
Francis,
you. You know?
That program was not held on this platform. You are doing very dishonest attack. The program was not organized on this platform. So why do you want to come and bring your emotions on this platform? It's not fair. I mean,
okay, let's move forward anyway.
Let's move on.
Okay, you know what? Nini, I don't owe Nini anything. Me asantini. Well, Nini, I'm a cable. Oh, not for me a ground. No me ngano na yo no me kwashikuma amatama pokwasi ofanko demfe ngano no me game kameka amete ba me ape mo kani bi yejeme nye hospital fe ye ben jeme fe choma e wo mi nka mi ashatenyo jimi iye mo agbo your offense call your offense we bo le jempo bebe game nye fan agbe nkaba ke ya bele o ke ba ke mi mali kama ka
she be game mekume ye enu yo court asante ma game ye jeme wo no yo
ka be jema mentuni ye je ametungo anutumo ame bengano ye jeme but sonu cheme ba wa ye jeme e wo le ke wo we about farming e ka we kura okay did you hear about Kwame Peckham yesterday? He said people are not buying the maize and all that. Didn't you hear that? People have no money to buy. The stocks are there, but there's no money. What is happening? Okay. And this NDC should stop this blame game. We want Ghana to move forward. They are in charge. They are in command. If you take over something, you fix it. And then the people will know that, oh, you fix it. But don't start and play a game. Oh, the previous government did that. That's why they didn't vote for them. They don't want them. Ghanaians want NDC. You are in power. Make sure you fix everything. Make sure our health centers are going on our education is going on, electricity, water. But when you are not doing those things, people will come out. People will not be happy. You are not putting money in people's pocket, but you put the infrastructure in order whereby people can do their day and night activity.
Okay.
You said 24 hours. Now 24 hours doing so. How can we do this 24-hour job? The thing is not working. Your philosophy and your slogans are just a mere rhetoric that you gave to Ghanaians, lie, deception. People like Sam George and Ofosua Kwachi or whatever they call him, they lie to Ghanaians, and Ghanaians believe their lies. And the mama was laughing. That's why the president is always laughing. He thinks he has confident lead. We have a speaker who don't care about Ghana. The speaker is there for the NDC. If the speaker is there for Ghana, the majority have tried to put a lot of motions on the table, and then he brushes down. They want to see the minister for finance in the
let's
floor.
take a leave of
He
you.
don't want to come.
No, don't get emotional with your contributions. Why? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's papa. What lies into you now? You call the other liners.
Yo, Mr. Va, good morning.
Morning. One I can say.
Kwame NDC Greenwich.
Kwame NDC Greenwich. Now,
me na va online e dru ba bia be frafe na nkomo ekoso ni nyina no na ese sebe twagu basa ofra na dru ba bia o se uja na
WhatsApp wo ho they are to me convert the same number to WhatsApp.
Okay, Mate the man is amo because to me free be 100 times no which I cry
but yeah try because what time they will need time there, don't worry yourself.
Time they be up because common be our work no akoma
ti omo bo to jan wapi yentie na say nche
yo me da se be bre e beda Ghana for moto aba ma ndc ase yera mahama baaye de no ma ni siko Ghana for jina jitu mu say Ghana ni di resetting krona konekia o se yetimi tutu nyoma yetimi se jina na so papa no amase no oba me move Ghana forward in terms of say na ye sikire bi ne edam na ye twema bo so ana se bibi etisa o ma no de na eduru na ato se gise sebe ade ase de ye be hihye obi ani bisa ade say ye de ye so easy na ne hihye na edene na wo hwe papa baaye nioma wa ye ne se de nioma siko ne abasobo a Ghana for crowd no sebe o mo bona baso a ababuo bi amada na MPP for de bia na meka va enura me frɛ will be Ghana na me say yera mahama na dia me bu fu pa won ho pa no na omunya a very a careful in terms of the fifiko te ka say empedifo bi when this mo a omo epedi for MPP for behalf of nyoma bi edipa bu aba now also condemn me yeah na me example bi na me say na otu for ye di na no na he was there. Nanado is spending more time in Ghana now when even more than when he was in power because omi pedophobia now no they are mingle with NDC for them cases here the year campaign you have to today ni nyina academ because pedophobia no mo dining in tables
case bit is here then cases now okay.
No, we all know so many corruptions are caused. So many corruptions. The campaign. Because I cannot open my books right now. But me, as an NDC person, we are fair for because of yes, we be the chopper and I am pedophobia. When he say, I'm a Ghana for doing the same thing. But yes, cannot go down the drains. You're a mama crowd. Now you are chef. Give you musumo. Or buy enough fuel. Almost it take just 2-3 weeks per and a bed last. Why not fast to manage here? My Kanyasa back. Shananu ya shakoso, but the history of Ghana being seen that. Who are those people working inside there? Shakayetia market. Who are those people doing this? At Kekaye, yes, ye culture be for Santima, dear Ben dear bay. Camera, Danny Pen, him say, ye bet distrad, ye lampana yakwa. You know, MPP party no. And dear Bakwa dem Yamias say, Yera Mahama is not failing, and this is not failing, but they know those people. They want to do something on that district. Papa said they be about miss and obey. That you could do so much on a Mahama about. We have generators in your my cost, and never Ghana is no a poor country be move. Me no can say, ye cry walk on to Mukuti Ava, do baby obviously to be an offering. Can't get a good fee, a good dem. I'm not telling Crofoni and when you are normal there. Ghana, correct condition is set up with near my system, so you used to want to have brutally. It's Ghana the drew baby a beer transformers no say be power budgets no bibia be ko ye that so be just do so about the above and what the to about because election before be 2028 no va people be shocked now me they hammer and say Ram Hammer they were more done with this previous administrations no when you're very careful because here no master you be kasa ya me drew baby e ko Ghana kra na isuru
okay
va me da se memu bi so aba
all right Kwame enso deal Kwame Greenwich in there and Wolfu Nana Kwame enti ne ko Kwame peka
yo ba good morning anope I'm so near bishana mo ye
obi an ye pa enti o
yo anope me cha me so ba ya mama declare ya men kosun shalom mo den da chin him nana mamse wa ene emani na ni ya Kwame peka ya men kosun mo ho ba on Ghana Obenpon Uncle Joe Fred and your mom can you know Marcus Michao we are mabushing politics political difference but I'm mabushing I'm not Michao I'm in town more but
yeah
I know power is on with NBC communication I mean who said the old Mahama nothing has changed but so what's here NBC for communication there's only one question you ask yourself say also the Biamekas and me personally I don't recognize NBC as a political party. They're a bunch of greedy people in Ghana that has come together to find a way to impregnate their peers, as you always say. They put themselves together to make sure they put they have each and every member of the party on the wage bill. That is their ambition. That is their goal to make sure say. They enrich themselves because when it comes to political discussion, they don't have a single clue. When they cast them back, a whole political party in power to meet up the cafe, the engineers that have been employed to look after our power generation, because their party is not in power, they are destroying the machines, they are burning the machines. That's a one kasa say. Are you telling me you have the political competence? And this is it. Almost even when we are shocked, why do I even have to waste my time to argue with these people who does not understand any political way? Almost argument to be said. Before Mahama for last 8 years.
Yeah.
Now we're increasing power generation to a very high capacity. Almost machines, almost to do or transformers me are doing now. Yeah, more transformers no buy, and I mean now say. When it comes to energy, some of us we are abreast of the in and out.
It's your field.
Now, the minimum, a lifespan of a transformer. Yeah, minimum lifespan. I'm not talking about maximum.
The maximum.
It's between 20 to 25 years.
Okay.
So you cannot tell me say. Photo transformer 8 years now. That was say. There is no single reason.
Okay.
And if some transformers need changing in now, 8 years ago, empty time and in now say, what do you mean? Now there is only one thing I've realized from these NDC people say. No matter how competent you are, no matter how educated you are, when you join NDC, you get a bonus of political foolishness. I'm telling you because when they sit on the radio. They don't know what they are talking about. Their argument is far. It's going no near to politics. And in the end, this is all we have to do, the MPP have to do is say, let's put ourselves together. More you're making sure that we will put our differences away, put ourselves together, right? Because we are the only party that can build Ghana. Right. NDC, they don't have the clue of politics. They came to power with not a single policy. It tells you how incompetent they are. And I'm not going to talk too much. I'm pleading with my brothers and sisters there. Let's come together, unite as MPP. You two couple will train the next 4 years. Thank you very much.
Yo, do me that's it near Quenya. Make sure Nana Kwame, of course, is here. Mr. Wenidium, your networking in your papa. Honestly, and I'm a brepa for the last 2 days. My friend, a direct call, but I know pay about 4:30, and I'm sure can see Bishas. I try, I'm saying less than 30 minutes ago, and I stop away.
Oh, okay.
Until lines and then to Metro and the who me call now pick it was the new mamma. Now, Ghana, the yet. Oh, and yet, you can tickle yourself and laugh.
And right now, by Patrick is say, you are not being honest because what you are doing is as if you just want to. I say cutting your nose to spite your face. That's what you are doing.
Oh, no, he doesn't even understand what he's trying to say.
Okay, let's hear you.
May a very patriotic citizen, and I will not paint Ghana in any gloomy picture.
Yeah.
But yet, they say I'm presenting facts. It been a macacho experience. I mean,
okay.
So, ultimately, a doom light. Now, udum a friend said the whole network. I don't have any access to internet. I cannot make call. Neither can I receive call. Now, say me catch the minia. No na prepare also be the holiday. Now, me catch and say these are my experience. Even it started in Greater Accra. I traveled down to Sunyani. I had the same experience. Now, what a train very at the edge me chinyi. Now, me dey try
you are causing fear and panic.
And now can also cry. Look at him. Hey, Patrick, one thing you should understand, they say, and you know, try me take it to mommy. So, I'm not going. Ghana for airborne. And a Kwame Greenwich at a airbe cassette, a Ghana for Bob Jomama Basso. A bootlickers, the sycophants, they are the praise singers of Jomama now. But on my morning, you know, be a shia penny. What bet you Ghana for 1 city? So we provide you more a year, a friend says stable electricity will be provided. And yet, no, not you. Yakokasa Peldi now. Adjuana Edema, to me, you are putting a square a friend in a round hole, a square peg in a round hole. John Jinapoy, Onima Jumain, Oba the first term, or demonstrated clearly say, Edwan Onim who. And I'll buy also here, Yentiobiano, what's your cotam now? Yes, the backstops are the president.
All right.
What is he doing? Valentine, when we talk about your mama, not because of personal hatred we have for him, but we are talking about a man who should have rich experience. What's if you feel what? Who want to when you must say, let's work with you answer. Kwame, me na me cousin which now. Nanyansa na kushia na wahi. I wouldn't feel and what she will fear. So Kokushia Yansa would be boo a mumu be a hubida. And two shas, yes, oh, I'm a papa. Yen two and so. And I say, be a bobina. Electricity are free. And so, hey, Massa, ye be not sending a Namakus Ekano. I am telling you, Sir Valentine, and let me buy. A bin in the Ayana Mekana Patrick Eke. So also Benum Supa. Near Messiki to a Belaqua. Any other water be opening in the next few days, may run it. Where, Papa? What the Galancia sell me, who bounce the AI ever fight it? And never be a woman said of mine crocodium. Nana at the bon hosa for him. And then woman Galamsia enough for mine, the mamma. Nana won't to me also and no.
Okay.
Near Chiapans, I say, oh, man, you wait, won't see our president. Wait to us, he's only a
Hey, I'm Jaja. I'll buy into you. I'm here, but you know. Good
morning, man.
I'm going to just a veteran because you're here.
Yen near to Yen, I am for one, send me be a 10. You may say, open program so antimata ko sui. Aha, they say, man, see me, oh, su. Ama me koke ka ma dwene wo ho pa me pa cho menka aha ena Western region one say me kwa ya na me so konkon na ma Western region aye fefefe oba besi abedi di sofo atem a so konkon na akose ni mu ama ni bi asofo atem Western region John Mahama gina wa ka se wo no an nkrofo na ye galamse wo mo so dra Your mama no, second Kwame Nkrumah. So dra. Say the nana name is second. Ghana and Sassina, ya be a Western region means Kofi Ama Pua. Now as I say ya, of the bowing to me, any Akufo Abidi. Maka, Mag be so at so, So we buy Kufuado, won't meeting, or better west, and sooner by west. Because Kofi Amabu and the Ghana and Sasso, yeah, Kufuado, and you won't me. No other 2,000 a year, or they say land, a Kufuado, 200,000 land, a Kufuado, a Biafa. 50,000 excavators, a Kufuado, a Quakra. What's what your man and Nia Quakra? Excavators. I beg you have a train and a what is a news meaning? I'm a penny. What if you are so? Who said you are the giant? The video. And I won't say, why so want to boot up all good reagu. Yaka, one power tree when me. And I say Kufuado. Only because a Kufuado on it, we are too different on Calipaho. What is that your mama buy? What the Sankofa, what the Black Voter, what the Azuma, what the buy? The might I'm an India, two Galam say, one can was a Waka one watu. What is that your mama say? Galam says, he can have boy, and to Sansa, this right now. Wako Su, our opening program, so said they are in Su Valentine programs.
Then your mama,
let me soon even
like mother, like daughter.
Thank you. That is the right word.
Papa na say awam.
Because maybe the Ghana cocoa. Yes, na Ghana cocoa number 1. Quality and avericus. And the Ghana cocoa, a brofusu mumpebi, my valanta osri. And yes, you can see it. Now, I'm a granny to see that. I'm a granny to where dear, or be having Captain Smart dear. Or your moody moo. Captain Smart and the Mahama baby. Transformers now 38 years. And Sana Kufuadu 8 years. 46 years, no. A Kufuado de Yajuma Mani ye.
Okay, Yati.
A Kufuado de Yaju, if I told me the best, a Kufuado de Yajuma Mani ye. Now, John Mama first time. Greco Western region, I say. John Mahama first time. Greco in Asante region, I say. And to unnecessary surprise, said John Mama second time. I got so bashful. Who be cast being see that? Ya didn't answer kuto. Ya want formation in ya. Near to Tawa now be Jobu who we are. Ya the no crana betuja. There ya can say. And let's see us. Woman no musi way. And about me I say. Mom got the Jesus. Ghana sika. And a mudi tia womoka. Na me ya be mama kusmeti apa. There me can say. Me pe wasem bebre me do bebre na manankan ya no mami. Me can anything. Say will be Becca say, yeah, national cathedral, 54 million Ghana cedis. What they are propaganda bet now could be so. And she says she can bet me the Ayakumasi a crowd road. Now, super no matter say, but entirely, and Chatrof and in your cramoni, who are power less than 1 year. Your money budget 150 million Ghana cedis. Uncle bike, Uncle, you guys will go to your country. One cast us and we say, bet me I road. Now will be a bar, some agency on the pay slip. Give penny for them, including Chrome near Kufuadwa. No, I am near my papa, one my no. Now one know about God bought less than 1 year. We're working $250 million. Parliament is one more can you beside the question. And it didn't mean you come see a crowd. Now, Mr. Mahama Ba, with the best two pay. Mr. Mahama Ba, with less than a year. What's in Sika? Uncle Top Preg, $124 million. And to me, you come see a crowd. Now, passing her hotels, you have 50,000 every month. Uncle Chaba 276 constituencies. You have 20,000. Uncle Chama constituencies. Now, we best support to a year. We
Uncle Jeff, you ain't you, Uncle.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mecha Minianma, Omo Abba Equina, MPP 43. Mecha will be no pay. Me wafa Also for David. No, okay, TV3. Na TV3 no. NDC4 platform. And to me party na me blame almost say such a platform no. Such a weak communicator alcohol. Because Oma lining up, to be Omukwa TV3 hono, be 4 NDC people no the MPP ni ba kwa kotrim. Na nipa aya omu team sanko for we miracle. Any Kwame one DC. Ena gaba ko ka ho. Ena afi national communication officer. Ahiagba. Omu ni team sanko for we. But sa ko omu de ba nei. Or a weak communicator. You saw how they gang up against him. But Miracle Kohonoma, only 10 cry, he silenced them. Oh, now we know, I'm not sure same say one. And if it's crano, Nicasa no crano, just say, on ye, but me, go for it, say, I buy you.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You see, we are we are not helping the discourse. You listen to the content of the discussion. The person didn't sway away from the discussion. It is not about going to shout and scream. When somebody is in power, now you have been given the opportunity to run the country. Now you come and be a complainant. The person has the record, he was providing the records. But you in one breath, you said the person is not fit for that purpose. But the person spoke. So what do you want the person to say?
Uti. Show nipa so obi ne communicate with nkofo a also wunya of facts because the same one oka nkofo wait me condemn but ontimi ma emere back no omo kan
oka bibia because zato says zato here by force MPP because okasama ba me lecturer and other two people, one guy and Usubi,
But me, so, if I compare him, if I compare him
not every time
to
miracle will go there. So you should get it right.
Maybe I saw him in a different way, and you are in a different way. So I will.
No problem. Guys, you discredit some of them. So that when they are doing good work, you just have to encourage those people. But you don't have to discredit Ubia. It's not fair.
But me TV3 you be so we do be call our some be or competent or strong person.
TV station.
No, much information. So because no can say I feel no Google near money na unko trust you no I feel na be Google.
Time need
to na I feel so sisia no who say almost say o man no economy na ye na edi na dwomfo ma na te ho esu se amanfo entoniema di entra nya se dwom Ghana dwom akopemu wo Ghana dwom bia wo no esu se omo ba esu se amanfo meton omo niema no go ye nto mo so mo se economy na ye ha economy ye nti ba utu osese na mo so aso dia tua wo ka na sika wo botomo a na ofie semana ye digare ni ho a na ke so wo ska no ha o manya semana fa gare ye kunsra o say oh me ye tua be ka na wo di jo no mo abonten but ofie nye what's the point na won say na no o would say NPP for the sabotage or electricity whatever but our minister ya be ka say they don't have money to buy fuel to generate power and I'm what
then you tell no
the press conference no utie ban
and I will say into you are making the point
and me patch so utie me can no capture man for say
I the wrong country who the transparency now so that is why I'm saying say when your people speak encourage them because they've spoken
omo minister say omo ni sika omo dey koto fuel abegeneti power e power we no termines na wo ho no e generate electricity and you more be am for me share NPP say NPP na 8 years na yankora e friend say whatever uti almost say na uti we be omuka kusie
yate and that's papa
Jeffrey I mean come last one na say
quickly
okay me Marcus na person me can be kakra be kire Marcus anya say bia obi be kase bia but so obi be kase bi and as I say me wo ho a wo so kafa nipa no na so anka nipa beka se bi ne ade ne obi anim say ma ka na ka ne negative na oba na obe praise nipa na e ho na me amafo nya problem no.
Okay.
What is mission no? Nti nye se bi a obi person ya o no pen na wo ka. But asem bi wo ho aye se kwase anim hwe kura no dokuna to ahye de no nim say aben. Nti so obi ba no beka negative a na oba na be praise say nipa na. There's a problem there.
Papa. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Patrick, you.
Van.
Yeah.
Patrick, you.
Patrick,
you. Kasa.
You, Kasa.
Okay. Yeah, Socrates, do you know the reason why that he was giving the poison to swallow?
What happened?
I say he was. Okay, they say he was corrupt. He was corrupting the moral fabric of the nation and asking the young people not to pay tax, according to Malitos and Anitos. He didn't talk about production. He didn't talk about it. He was talking about the infraction like rules and etc. He's perfect. And no man changing it. That's me said for the capacity that we have. We are not protected enough. Minister Bianca baby said. See, Obama was there. They are challenging. We have not brought the financial administration there in tears. We are doing things in phases. Maybe the foods are there. He didn't mention himself. Otimi once, Otimi 5 cities, Otimi 10 branch of plantain. He didn't say that. Negativity will also improve access to young money here. Say. And you might restructure, you know. All them that this is happening. It's going to take a long time. For Iran, the account, Abaso, says OPEC, United Arab Emirates are free. The current prices of cocoa is coming down. So hopefully, you know, gold prices are shot up and we are recouping for that. In the idea, I'm precede judgment me can't be true challenge among. So I'm presently. But we also economists. I'm not updating what the situation he find himself. On them, but and you may be a good Jaffa, no make up phrases. Almost Magana, Ghana here. Kwame Peckham, Makaja is a man, but he has to be objective to see things for himself. A kind of as one guy say, of you take him, Echo Bogoso, and I say, of you take him, Echo Takradi, and I say, of you Winiba, Echo Takradi, and I say, of you Kumasi, Echo Economy. And I said, so I'm interested to remove you. And no more free be an come was him. So, contractors say, your moms can do the good for the air and normal performance. Only we are instituting them to do the better things for us. The challenges that we are facing, and you're one individual, a collective responsibility. So, I'm chair discussion. Yeah, told me, but also procedure was procedure followed. Was a due process followed? These are some of the things that we have to address. My mom can't say that made me too. So, the majority of Ghanaians, I'm Ghana to support the government.
Okay.
The chances of MPP coming back 2030 is very slim and far removed. It's a abysmal party.
All right.
Bidamasi.
Ali, ain't you? Dickness, no, yeah.
I'm not the maybe I can meet you.
Yo, Abati.
Yo, 80 times no come see my wife and Rabble. And I'm my first lady, Doctor by understand. And I still first lady got thing in my memory. My mister, one name, no matter. My first lady, balance listen with me, and showing her.
Okay.
Yeah. And when they're let us what other will be. This is the kind of time we forget. I'm about to see you. When I know, look at the things on Hawaii. It's the blood of our and the prayer, but for 1 to 20 and times in place. I got what you know to down the lady for good. And for what you Baba? And when I tell you, what to the time. I'm a Sophia, when you know we're going to. When you to all my children. No, what was the other one? I need to be with the power. So I need to say, I'm going to be a year. Only God knows. What is your power? 97.8 years. No, I need to stop. Yayi, Apollo, Yayi, Prayer Sophie, Yayi, Abba, Yayi, I was a lady with a number for 3 consecutive years. Yayi, for change. When that doesn't matter, yes, so on top. Now, the after the public year, there will be many of us beginning. What are you put down the water? Most of them break on the sister, the most of the one day, may fully like no one's phone. You see that as one guy.
Okay.
And the way back to phone, you do not have when we won't come out. And the day I'm moving to the Maca Flower, only like Santa. You see, when you are 4 years to the street in Panama, and we see the fun. This is when you're Papa, when you're home. When you're home, you're going to but if you ever come to the house, yes, the Papa will know. The plan is to what? 2028. So we're going to be there, bam. Now, Famana. You know, we don't want to wear them all. When do you need to do? Now, that's the people who have a power. And to do the things. And one man, you know, want to take the power back. Ghana for 2020 years old, the promised one. How many times in Africa? So, two are now. I'm not going to take Nadaka. No, don't you meet you. Maybe a bit, but
that's why Mama to enter your name for 2 questions.
You, how many minutes?
How many minutes then? 3 minutes.
2 minutes. Maybe 1 minute. Better jump.
Or 3 minutes into you.
Okay, memfa 1 minute into jump.
How about you? Chain there or
Makuma Ashama Webudo Makuma Ashama Ashama Webudo Mankata San Srati Numu Name with Jesus Nutumna Jimonka Makuma Ashama Webudo. Now another one, so to them.
Mama.
Okay. Anyway, I will introduce myself to you people. And after that, I'm going to say bye to Hot Digital.
I don't go for a Pamua.
Because of my Baya.
Enjoy wow banty. I was send you.
Oh yeah, ready there and tomato or banon in a bepum. Hey, Obaya the mission nano castle. Minjamin Waka cook, Antona.
That was a binum the one to come as a bin walk away.
Made me crab for it.
Mama, tend on
your to me.
And then Casanian coin, you meant to
Lumumba. Thank you for this, Njum. Anyway, Mr. Nanchami, you were basing cra. Dan Tamata, Afroban draws. Eben no catch late president. Also, what politicism, Pen Afroban.
I can't coffee the damn baby. Now, what ever to my bedroom, then free bium and free radio.
And I'm making. That I missing some
and I want to Edgar Winum Keke, Edgar Winum.
Oh, I'm another Chamamba Kanye. Nine ten if you may be last.
Oh, Obaya Side. Radio, no one of Africa. Now, no, assembly back. Not so far, and this one, Pedebeka. But be did you ever never can? Only problem in Obaya.
I come to 2016. 2016. 2016. My short husband. Now she knows. My short husband. 2016. Okay, China.
Ebwa, además en ebwa bibi enu ebwa. Dabi, ehu de sisi ano. Mama tati. Ehu de, denti a wo problem with you. Mama tati. Dabi, nya adapa asem ye ka. Adapa wankasa na debi me tufu. You don't listen to me. Ma catch you there. You have every right to speak your mind. Not you, Timmy. Not you. Dabi, any power, any capacity. Dabi. You are lying. Fred, ain't you the corner? Ain't last caller name? Fred, ain't you?
Me that say.
Forget about my matter. Me preacher time you.
Yo, so say me chair no anoma do fo nyina. Ensem bia ya brother Jeffrey Becker no. Ya na me ne ya adwene pa.
Yenko enim pacho.
Valentine. No ya na me to me tie from Ashasi no. Na say menu Marcus. All the me abesi radio so na boa na obo me yem. Say makoka say ofui bi beba be yi nsem bia no.
Sis akasa no wan kan yi.
Man can you say?
But you insult. If I speak to me, I insult on radio.
Now, Valentine,
you don't have to repeat what somebody have said. Who feel say and you're good. Who know the woman so we should refrain from all these things. So when you also go and repeat it, then it says as if you say. That the same bako and yena.
Okay, my chairman no assign wo ho nembum. Ma make us a minchiro. Say Marcus won't say obi te sa. Dada no said yet no. Say me te say amoye analysis e wo radio station bi anopeyi. Ya yenua MPP ni baako. Ka say owura baumia on campaign platforms. Suka say, or no, or very sure say electricity so active by 50%. Wabra or this solar panels ebe sustain energy prices no. Now me say yenya NDC ni bi can say whatna so 8 years. Mo vice president eba ye no yete nkapo. Amamuo yet a gadwa yet the ye emre and the shisha and neoma. Mamma Juni Hunu say, and this for so okay, the 15th centuries, 14th centuries, no anayan ananum, but they have been a bow or city, what did it take why muho, na ye hante or train adiano. Sabren Muna can this for a person yetina, young koya nimuda. Yet 2 years, President Mahama on his first 4 years, added 2,000 megawatts of power. Added a Ghana minor. Now yet doom somu. What did you do with it?
Okay.
MPP abide by within 3 months. Near sustaining power supply no power jina soa 8 years consistently. Until say Mose Mona Muso doom so. Mwaba, Muamuso would doom so no, Massa and Suabama, your cold doom so mu. What he has said, Dr. Baumia, at so 8 years. And what did he do? You are not trying to find a solution to your disgusting Amemwonoa. Kosonoa, Moba, Maba be defending.
Yati.
Patrick, what a Ghana ho, Kwame Pekam, Waba and Ba Yepe, and our Kotina Kumasi ho, and our bar, no bet to be Oto Koko. 5 cities. Oto Kukunte, near their Kwame Pekam, Kuko, you know, the old who do on Oka. Uba, no about Betwoguma, now. No being no free, Adam.
Yeah. Wow, Kausu Jai. Nana Luti into Nemfa Nini Yampon, your time naso.
And let the enemy name 70 room. Yankopona, I am madam.
Okay.
Miss Yabushna, Papa family, Yamiaqua.
my dickness, I wish you have food in our mind. So what? You better try your best near better with Ebra, some me NDC in Nank and them corner. Tamatadi in our message are quite question. Come in from who send me NDC need PM.
Are they?
Ghana for you now say, John Mahama Ebano or the Doom Sober. Ghana for you now, name boom, MPP for 1 year. Ain't no, ye knew be I say. Mummy and Summer try no. Mahama Jina Hoka say, well, no, or ban or dear mum for fraud neighbor. Ain't Ghana for Behuno, I ye said, and normal assistant. Ghana for say at it. Bra. And no bet me a kujina baby a cocase, John Mahama Mrate tie. Uko kango baby on you be the poor, ever boetico. Doom so, John Mahama di doom so beba, John Mahama di doom so beba, corruption, doom so, a yenny dean. Uko internet is why ya actually go a go, ugo go a eba. And he said, now, me be sa NDC fool. Sent you bet me a kujina baby. Akwa ye campaign. And to uncle radio so I know many move. Me catch or me say, Nyanko pon necessary yes, Bawumia obedi president. And in the president, Dieno, and ye nipa ne beto abahamano. They say, one Musania, or more who call Bawumia, and now ko Boba Wumia din or baby of Yasi, Massa Moon, Monochua. Upon said, me say within 2 years, 3 years, you know. Bawumia be ye angel. Obey you will be an unifying because one no nothing be or can ye piano. Never honor. And in NDC for a queer 4 bombs of war. Not Miss Roma, mean for we should be paddy. Said the Yame catcher now wearing Tino. And that's what I didn't so. It does.
Nini, let's finish with you. 2 minutes.
Hey Val, how are you, my man?
I'm doing great. Now your party is under siege.
Look, the MPP, these MPP supporters and communicators, they didn't vote for NDC. The majority that we got are the people we are satisfying, not them. No, we put them aside. For them, we don't count them as Ghanaians.
Okay, hey,
yes.
This is a taboo.
Yes, we don't count them as Ghanaians because they are not part of.
Francis want to know your location in Accra. Where you come from?
They are multiple people. We don't call them as Ghanaians. Valentine.
Yes. Let's hear you.
It's a nation builder. John Dramani Mahama will make Ghana a better place to live. Look, Ghana is under construction. All the infrastructure. If the NDC come to power and do the infrastructure work, look, even the Accra International Airport, the Terminal 2, is going to be combined with Terminal 3, and you will love it. The structure is there.
Okay.
You see, the MPP, you see, the way they behave, it look as if they don't love anything going on better in Ghana. For them, they wish the electricity should go out completely and people should condemn NDC. God is in heaven, he watches everybody. God watches our heart.
All right.
Well,
all right.
Look, what they show is what.
Yanni?
Well, them, I'll keep my mouth shut. I will not even come on there.
All right.
But they get a gut to always come on there. And find that there's one brother, he always say, NDC is not a party. Oh, NDC is not a party.
Yeah,
NDC is a movement. NDC is a movement.
They say you came to impregnate the public purse. All that you want to do. You came to steal our money. You are stealing our money. Argue. You can argue.
Oh, Valentine.
Yes.
Until we came in for 1 year, 4 months. Have you heard of any scandal? No. Because we are disciplined.
They say you people, you are hiding, but all you are doing, they know. People know. So that's why you can't prosecute.
He said no policy. No policy.
Yeah.
And the MPP stayed in for 8 years. All their policies, were they able to fulfill it? Policy. Look.
All right.
Accra Kumasi Express Road is coming on very soon.
Okay.
Ghana is on all the Eastern Corridor, Central Corridor, Western Corridor. We are on it. Ghana is going to be a Quebec country, but they don't like it. MPP, it pains them so much that, look, Buankra Inner Port is going to be revived.
Okay, all right.
And Nanamisa said, Kayo is driving bus. I travel far and wide over all Ghana. I didn't see any Kayo driving Ghana. Nanamisa, you're a liar. Bye, Valentine.
Just like the executive officer indicating that John Jinapur's policy direction and government neglect of the energy sector recovery program have caused the recent power outages.
All packed and ready to go on your